Edu Gaspar, my brother, you are cooking. Good lord. Okay, yesterday I literally made a video saying, should Arsenal sign Moises Caicedo? In that video, I said pretty much no. And the reason why is because of Declan Rice. That was the main reason. I also didn't see Caicedo as a natural fit in Arteta's system. He's 21 years old. I'm sure he could be coached into however Arteta wants him to play. But I saw him really as an N'Golo Kante type player. Obviously, N'Golo Kante is one of the best CDMs ever. But an N'Golo Kante type player where in Arteta's system as the number 6, you kind of want more of that ball progression, threaded passes through either the sides, the middle, like Thomas Partey does. Or if you're in the number 8, you need to be in a more creative role, where even Granit Xhaka doesn't really fit that role perfectly. More of a creative role, like a Ilkay Gundogan, like a Bernardo Silva. Manchester City players, obviously not as creative as Martin Odegaard, but in that number 8 role, you want to have more of like a box-to-box midfielder, like a Toni Kroos, essentially, but someone like that, or even like a Wijnaldum for Liverpool. So you guys know what I was thinking of. Could Caicedo fit one of those two roles? I was thinking about it. I was like, I'm not entirely sure. And then today, Edu Gaspar has decided to drop 60 million on the head of Brighton. It has been rejected according to David Ornstein, but it is the proof that we have seen that Arsenal are serious for Moises Caicedo. I'm all for it, but I'm all for it for one reason. I did say yesterday I thought it would impact Declan Rice, but Sky Sports is apparently saying that the move for Moises Caicedo is not going to impact Declan Rice's, ambition, the Arsenal's ambition to get Declan Rice. And if that is the case, I am genuinely surprised, but very, very happy. Listen, my focus still, being an Arsenal fan, my focus still is long term. Of course, I want to win the league. This signing, like I said yesterday, will help Arsenal win the league if they can get it done. 60 million will not be enough for Moises Caicedo. It's going to have to be closer to, honestly, 80 to get them to see if they will blink. And I don't even think 80 might be enough. But 80 will, if you get close to 80 guaranteed, no add-ons. And this bid from Arsenal, Fabrizio Romano has said that it is 60 million guaranteed, no add-ons whatsoever. If they can get to 80 million, maybe even 70 plus 25 add-ons, something actually really similar to the Mykhailo Mudryk bid, which was around 70 million plus add-ons. Something around there might get Brighton to think about it, but in order to get them to accept, I do think Moises Caicedo would have to hand in a transfer request. I think Moises Caicedo might have to miss training for a day or two until the end of the window. There's only 4 days left. I don't think Brighton are in any excuse me. I don't think Brighton are in any position to have to sell. They are doing fantastically well on the table. They could get European football, and in order to do that, I do think they would need Moises Caicedo. So I don't think they're in any position to sell. The things that are going positive for Arsenal is that Arsenal and Brighton have a very good relationship. They've been, both clubs have been very happy with each other in terms of the negotiations. One with Ben White, one with Leandro Trossard. There's been no real hassling. Arsenal have usually given Brighton what they wanted. They wanted 50 million for Ben White, and they got 50 million for Ben White. For Trossard, it was very simple. Arsenal showed their hand with Mykhailo Mudryk, and so whatever Brighton asked, you kind of knew they had to do that, even if Leandro Trossard fell out with De Zerbi and Brighton in the final moments. Brighton wanted around 25 million total. They got 26 million total, 21 plus add-ons. So they usually, both clubs have a good relationship with each other. That will help because I think, Brighton is an extremely run club. Would they want to do business with Chelsea, knowing that Chelsea have taken their sporting director and their coach? I don't know. That's, because right now it does look like Chelsea is the main competitor for Moises Caicedo, but they haven't formally, offered an official bid. They offered, according to Fabrizio Romano, they offered a verbal bid, not an official bid. A verbal bid of 55 million for Caicedo. But Chelsea are looking they don't have a scouting department. They're looking all over the place. They're looking at Enzo Fernandez. They're looking at PSG players. They're looking at, they're still looking at a bunch of different players. They're probably still looking at Declan Rice as well. They're just throwing money anywhere they can get. So their strategy is a little bit more helter-skelter, whatever. So would Brighton really want to do business with Chelsea? That's something that's interesting as well. Here's the key. if Arsenal want Moises Caicedo, they're going to have to put up the money. It is kind of surprising Arsenal do have this amount of financial power to spend. I think it's very, very clear that Josh Kroenke is leading the helm here. Again, it's not. I don't think it's Stan. Stan's more in the background, giving the okay, but it is more Josh Kroenke pulling out the funds and saying we want to win the league. If Arsenal sign Moises Caicedo for around that 80 million mark, if that does happen, it is a clear intention that Arsenal are going all out for the league title. I don't if they were in the top 4, if they were 3rd or 4th, I don't think these signings would be being made. I think they would be really doing what they've done in recent seasons and really powering up in the summer. But with the injury to Mohamed El Neni, still waiting to see if that is season ending or not. This is a full on just power play. Edu Gaspar has the barbecue's lit up. All right, the barbecue is lit up. The flames are flying, and we just have to see if the steak that's being cooked with the sausages and the chicken and the corn and everything, all that beautiful meat in the barbecue, if it is gonna come out very tasty, very savory, and a great memory. That is what Edu Gaspar right now is doing. The Kroenkes have clearly, and I mean clearly, released the funds to Edu Gaspar, to Mikel Arteta. They are backing Mikel Arteta to the T. It is, even if this signing doesn't happen, it is the clear intention that Arsenal want to back Mikel Arteta. The one thing Arsenal will not do is go over value of what they think a player is worth. We've seen that with Mudryk. We will see the same thing with Caicedo. If Brighton just turned down every bid that, the second Arsenal bid that comes in, the third Arsenal bid that comes in, and they just can't do it, then they won't do it. They will not be basically extorted into just stupid money, essentially. And you could even argue that 60 million, 70 million, 80 million is stupid money for Moises Caicedo. But in reality, Moises Caicedo, 21-year-old Ecuadorian international, who my friends love, by the way, Ecuadorian international, who has been Premier League proven and is one of the best CDMs in the Premier League at the moment, he's going to go for 60 million, 70 million, 80 million in the summer anyways. So it's not really, at this point, it's more of you want to get him in January for the Premier League title push and the Europa League push. If you've seen, the squad is being built out. Arteta wants both. This is not one of those types of things where you sacrifice the Europa League for the Premier League, even though us as fans say that. But Arteta has a longer-term vision. He wants the winning mentality. He wants to win everything. And that's what Pep Guardiola wants to do. That's why Mikel Arteta gets it from him. Pep Guardiola wants to win the quadruple. When he gets eliminated from the Carabao Cup, he is pissed off. If he loses out to Arsenal today in the FA Cup, he will be pissed off. That's the aim for Pep Guardiola and for Manchester City is the quadruple, and that's what Arteta wants to do. Arteta wants to win everything, and so he doesn't want to build a mentality of, we're going for the Premier League, we'll just bin off the Europa League because we don't want to be in it. We're going to be in the Champions League next season anyways. No, that's not how it goes. They want a winning mentality. These signings, Caicedo, Trossard, Kivior as well, these signings are build out the squad in order to compete on all fronts, including the FA Cup if Arsenal are able to beat Manchester City. That's going to be a great game later today. So what do you guys think in the comments down below? Moises Caicedo, 60 million bid. According to David Ornstein, it has been rejected. According to Sky Sports, this is not affecting the pursuit of a Declan Rice in the summer. If that is the case, and Arsenal still want to get Declan Rice in the summer, to have a midfield of Caicedo, Partey, Xhaka, and Declan Rice, the barbecue that Edu is cooking will be one of the best barbecues I've ever had in my life. We will see how it goes. I'll be back for a post-match review today for the Manchester City Arsenal game, and if any more breaking news comes on for Caicedo to Arsenal, and if Arsenal are looking at someone else. I don't think they are. I think they're going for the center midfielder. I think that will be the last one. Maybe that even Fresneda deal, maybe, but again, that's not for now. That's for the future. They'd loan him right back if that was the case. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if you're not already, and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to grow the channel for the Arsenal community and football fans in general. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys later today. Peace out.